the Downtown Scoop, your Downtown Canton Partnership podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Dukes. And as always, Mike made me laugh before we got started.
It's a tradition at this point.
I was good when I first started, and then I grew scared, and that was it. I was like, oh, okay, yep, we're still thinking about it. All right. To just fill you guys in, I told Mike he could just talk a little bit louder. He could be like me. He said, okay, I'll use my professional voice. And I said, oh, is that what we're calling my voice? Because that's never happened before. He agreed. So
I got you. Oh, I meant yes. No, I'm sorry. I meant yes. That's what we're calling it, not yes and no. Oh, I didn't know I was agreeing to. Now I understand.
No, that's true. Yes, you agreed to call it professional because my boisterous voice, I don't think we've described as professional. It's definitely predominant professional. I don't know, but it's okay if you guys don't tell me though. Like, it's fine. Have your opinions. It's okay. My voice works. I do what I do. Okay.
Right. Well, welcome back. Excited to do this again.
To this particular episode, I happen to feel is extremely important to the community, is specifically for businesses and events. And this is one that you guys want to lock in and definitely share, because this is going to be very informative, whether you use it now or in the future. These are the type of information that you want to know for yourself, for your friends, for a coworker. You may run across somebody in a coffee shop and be like, oh, I just heard this information. And then you can share this podcast because you don't have to retain all the information. You can just tell them where to get it. Yes. So yes, you like that?
And we spent so much this summer promoting all the events that are happening and having all these people come on. But one of the things that people don't realize is how much resources go into these large events and the cost of some of these events. Like, it's great they're free for the public to come to, but they're not free for these organizations to put on. So there's a lot of great organizations that help with that and that help drive those, we're going to say tourism dollars for this episode, but this is one of those great ones to kind of show the behind the scenes on what makes some of the great things that people get to experience in all of Stark County, not just downtown, but also downtown, kind of what makes those things go.
Exactly. So Mike, what you got to introduce us to our wonderful guest who's going to be helping us learn all this stuff.
So it is an honor to welcome our friend, Allison Gromofsky. I'm going to mess up her last name, even though she told me before. Gromofsky?
That is right. Yes, you got it.
Right.
I kind of set him up a little bit because I was like, she told Mike, and I don't think I said it enough to actually say it.
We nailed it. As somebody who also has a longer last name, I respect it. So, but from Visit Canton.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me on, and of course, our organization. We are so excited. We are working into 2025 already, and many of our community partners are as well. And one of those ways that we are able to support many of our community partners as the Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau is through our grant funding and partnership programs.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what Visit Canton is there, because there are natives that I'm sure, we see this everywhere. They have something downtown. There's something over by the village. What is Visit Canton?
Yeah, so Visit Canton, we are the Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau. So our organization's mission is to attract visitors to Stark County and to our attractions, businesses, and hospitality industry organizations. So that being said, our organization, we are funding through the lodging tax collection. So everyone that stays in a one-room facility, hotel, Airbnb, short-term rental property, one room or larger, there is a 6% collection that is passed on to the consumer that is staying in that. So you have your sales tax, and then you also have your lodging tax when you're staying in our communities. That lodging tax has been approved by the Stark County Commissioners to go directly to our organization, Visit Canton, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, to extend marketing outreach to then attract more people to come and visit in our community. So our organization, we are always marketing outside of our communities. Our sales team is out selling our community to host events in our communities. But then we also are supporting all the initiatives that our volunteer organizations are putting together. Many of our major attractions, we have multiple national destinations within all of our communities throughout the county. So we are constantly working to showcase that as a place to not only visit, but potentially live here, to start a business here, to work here, and enjoy all of our amenities that we have.
Love that. So we at the hotel at Doubletree in downtown Canton, we work very frequently with Visit Canton, and we appreciate you guys and the work that you do as well, because like she said, that lodging tax is in there. And there are a lot of times, it's great because now I'm like, oh, good, I have now verbiage, some extra pocket like information, like how to word it. When people ask like, what's a lodging tax? We have to pay that. Some people really don't understand. Like they just think it's extra fees that we are just collecting. And so now we are not even a full 5 minutes into this episode, and I've already learned something, which I love, because it helps benefit the community and how things are getting funded and filtered through. And I love that. And for those of our viewers and listeners who are watching this and you've ever had that thought, why'd they come to Canton? Because I've heard it. I happen to think people should come to Canton because they don't understand what we have here. But I've heard it. I've said it before in the past. And so like, this is how, and this is why. So when we are making steps to make streets look better, take care of our parks, make sure that our downtown looks amazing, because it does. We just had the mural artists coordinators on. That's why those type of things help draw people in, help bring people in, and Visit Canton is able to take those things and help sell our community.
Absolutely. Yes. And we also know too that not only are people coming to visit here on a leisure basis, where they're going to visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the National First Ladies Library, attending a concert, but a lot of people are traveling to our communities, whether that be for sporting tournaments. Their children are playing in a youth tournament. They're coming to stay the weekend, showcasing what else there is to do, where to dine when you're outside of those fields that you're playing at. Or we also have business professionals that are coming here for a conference or convention to learn and extend their education. Again, we want to make sure that those people have a positive experience. So then they may turn their next trip into a leisure vacation when they're coming to visit. But then also we realize that in order to have positive community engagement for those that are currently living and working here, they have to be involved and see those positive experiences that they can get in our communities. And if we want people to come and live here eventually as well, that all starts with a visit. So we are adamant of making sure that all of our attractions are top notch, have the best opportunities to continue to grow and to continue to have awesome frontline staff that can share those stories with the community.
Yeah, there's a very big misconception that people come here 1 week of the year for enshrinement, and that's just not accurate. I mean, I know you can kind of speak to some of these, but the amount of money that a Gervasi brings in, or a Hartville Marketplace brings in, I mean, people have no idea how much tourism and travel comes through this county all year long, not just one week out of the year. So it's a great point that you made there.
And if you don't know, you can also just ask anybody who works at the Doubletree, because we have
they will tell you.
We have tons of group on purpose. We go out and find businesses to come to Canton, and that's how we end up partnering with Visit Canton. Like, hey, what can we have them go see? What can they do? Or a lot of times we'll just pull up the website, like, oh, they'll like this, the golf courses and things that they have access to. They love that. I've had so many people who've either come here for leisure, come here for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or here with their kids on a tournament, who they're enjoying the downtown space. So like, I love that things are close. They have so many different things between 19th Hole, Samantha's, Carpe Diem, all down that. The library's not far. They really enjoy that they have all these things in such close proximity that I don't think people understand, that some people don't want that ginormous, busy city life and things like that, and things that we take for granted here in our own city, that's what people are looking for.
Absolutely. And like you said, Mike and Amanda, you can attest to this. A lot of people do think that well, why would you invest in these sort of destination defining initiatives because there's only people coming 1 week out of the year? In 2023, there were 1.5 million overnight stays throughout all of our communities throughout the entire year. And that just goes to show there's not 1.5 million hotel rooms that are available for
Right.
so that just goes to show that people truly are coming here. And you have to
Yes.
think of those other major events that are happening in our communities. OHSA state football championships. That
Yes.
is another weekend. There are tons of people. Again, partnering with OHSAA for state swimming and diving championships. Most of
Mhm.
those student athletes and their families are here for almost an entire week.
Yeah.
Throughout the state of Ohio that are coming to our communities. They're participating in their sporting events, but then they're also getting a taste of our community. So we do contribute a lot to our economy. We not just us as Visit Canton, but our tourism landscape throughout the community is a $1.37 billion industry. That's with a B, the big.
Yeah.
And without people coming into our community and visiting, then those are tax dollars and sales tax dollars that our community members would have to make up for our safety services and for our medical services potentially that you don't have to pay out of pocket as individuals that live here.
Yep.
Right. 1.5 million people a week. We'd have to add a few more floors with the DoubleTree. We gotta have to remodel that thing again.
Yes. Yes, we would. And because we try. It's so funny how many times like I'll get people who text me like, what is going on in Canton? I can't get a room. And I'm like, well, we have this, and this. They're like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, like there's other things. And also people like weddings are a big thing too, because you have family coming from out of town and they're like, maybe they haven't ventured past their relative's house before, but if they're having a wedding here at DoubleTree, if there is a room block, they're getting to experience a different side of it. So it all matters. So tell us how Visit Canton through the grant program. Tell us a little bit about that and how that works for those who are interested or in need.
Yes. So with that lodging tax that is collected, we are able to invest those dollars into community initiatives. So our first grant program that we have is actually in partnership with Arts and Stark, the County Arts Council. And 1% of that 6% collection goes to arts and cultural programming within our communities. So the community partners, they can apply for a portion of that funding through our cultural tourism grants in partnership with Arts and Stark. So that's one way that you can be involved. If you are within four walls, an arts and cultural history or heritage institution, if you are hosting a public event that is attracting guests into our communities through those arts and cultural initiatives, you're increasing your entertainment elements at a special event that is going to elevate the event and also attract a new audience through those cultural experiences, then that is the grant program for you. That grant program, it awards up to $20,000 per project.
Wow.
And organizations can apply for more than one project per fiscal year. So there's many organizations that are receiving large amounts of dollars in our community. Our large cultural institutions, your Canton Museum of Art, the National First Ladies Library, of course, the Canton Ballet, the Canton Symphony Orchestra, they are always preparing grant applications to receive dollars through that partnership. But then some of those non-traditional, where you might not think that there's arts and cultural experiences, those organizations have added those in to be able to qualify. So many of our fairs and festivals, they have increased our cultural festivals, Canton Italian American Festival, the Canton Latino Fest. Of course, they're showcasing within their culture, but then increasing their entertainment offerings. There's been experiences at many of our amphitheaters that have received dollars. They're elevating their entertainment level to attract a new audience to that as well. So that's a great opportunity if you would like to increase and encourage that experience.
I love that. And I know for me, like it does seem to be increasingly like every summer, every year that the entertainment portion of all the events, the amphitheaters, things like you said, like even outside of downtown Canton, they're growing, and it not only allows space for different entertainment to come in, it also allows space for those entertainers and artists and things here to have a different spaces to showcase and not just one area. So I love that. So again, if you guys are in the arts world, I'm going to paraphrase, you're in the arts world, definitely take advantage and apply for that grant. I'll let you get through all of them, then we'll talk about due dates. Go ahead to the next one.
Yeah. So another opportunity that we have available is internal through Visit Canton, and it is our Visit Canton Marketing Co-op. So we are looking for organizations within our community that are seeking to try a new marketing campaign in 2025. And this support can support up to 50% of new tourism marketing initiatives that an organization is looking for. So that is encompassing of all forms of marketing, anything and everything we would love to know and hear about. But then also some of those trade show or educational that your team is looking to attend outside of our communities to, again, showcase those communities that may be niche to your business model. Those types of things can also be covered through that marketing co-op program. So it's up to 50% reimbursement. You share your marketing budgets with our team. We're able to share at the level or the line items that we're able to support. And then once that's approved and the ad buys have been completed, you turn in your invoices and we will reimburse then that up to 50%. So it's a great way to get the word out, and also for our dollars to be stretched even further, because again, there are those really unique niche marketing initiatives that we as the Convention and Visitors Bureau might not be purchasing, but a special event like a Comic-Con, they may be advertising in a specific platform that they are now have the ability to grow their audience, or the marketing that the First Lady's Library is going to do is going to be different than what Jersey's Cafe and Centennial Plaza is looking to do. So that's a great way for those organizations to get reimbursement dollars back as well. So, and then our last grant program that we have for 2025 is event support grants. And this is truly to capture large scale and new events to come to our community. So for example, the Canton Pickle Fest, that was a completely new festival that had not taken place in our community. The organizing committee of that, they approached and asked for support through that event support grant. And based off of the economic impact and the potential economic impact that that event may bring to our communities, then they were able to receive some operational and hospitality support for that event to happen, marketing support. So think of any of those conferences, conventions, youth sporting tournaments. If you want to host an event at the Canton Civic Center and you have rental fees that are involved with that, but it's going to bring in thousands of people, then that grant program is perfect for you. Or if you're a long-standing event and you've wanted to take a risk, for example, the Balloon Classic this year, they received event support grants to assist with some of their drone shows that they hosted. So long-standing, community beloved event, but now this was their opportunity to expand that market and offer something totally new that no one in our community was showcasing.
So tell us a little bit about some of because I know that like we heard about other different events that have used these. Explain some of the opportunities for some people, like maybe they're not thinking outside of the box, that these grants can help them do it, achieve, or at least how they can go about getting more information on formulating enough of an event or concept to apply for the grant.
Yes, so we have multiple team members on our team that can assist with putting together your proposal and also directing you to the tools that you need for budgeting tools, for marketing plan execution tools. So myself, I'll be your main form of contact at the beginning, and then two of our event service team members, whether you're a sports marketing type of an event or a general event service event, those members of our team, they can assist with Again, finding those RFPs for those hotel rooms that are hotel partners. If you don't have a venue selected for your event, they can assist with that. Also, let's say that there's a bid that goes into hosting that event within our community. We can assist with putting together that bid to make sure that then our community is able to host that event. So all of those different things, whether you receive a grant or not, we can assist with. And then we can also assist then with that grant preparation on the back end side to make sure that you have the tools that you need to put together the best proposal for then the committee to review. We can't write the grants for you, but we can help provide you with the tools to help you succeed within that.
No, I think that's great. Like for me, I think that's the intimidating portion is applying for it, helping write it, because that's a skill like that not I feel like it's a skill that not everybody possesses, but one that people could learn to do. And that's great that you guys are offering that help. I didn't know you helped them, guide them on how they could word it and things like that. So that's great.
Yeah, so we more so are providing the tools to help them succeed. So whether that be line item budget kind of worksheets, also then those marketing plan worksheets, we try to provide as well partner initiatives or education events that, again, if you don't have connections with media partners to even start that conversation, then those networking times that you can meet and greet with those media partners and kind of see the best fit for you. And then also we do encourage our tourism partners to, seek out mentorship with the SCORE mentors, have them read and review your grant applications before you submit them when it comes to either our grants or other grant programs, sponsorship initiatives that you may be working on. So we try to connect everyone to make sure that they have the tools that they can succeed.
That's great. That's incredible. And I think that matters. It's not just like, hey, this is what we offer, good luck, apply and hope that you get it. It's, hey, this is what we can do. This is what we're willing to do for this, this category, this event. Hey, let us help you, with some of these, just the intricate details of it all, as far as, how you can go forth and apply. So it doesn't seem so heavy on you, because when you're already putting on an event, there's a lot that goes into it. She was like, dang, I gotta apply for a grant. I know I need it, but it seems like too much. That's too much thinking. And sometimes I'm like that. I'm like, you know what? It would cause less space in my brain if I would just do it this way, and I'll figure that out later. There's help. You don't have to like that. So I love knowing that, because that's important. You guys have really thought of everything. So tell us about the deadlines. Like, there's a reason we're making sure that this episode gets done in October. So let us know about the deadlines and how that works.
Yes. So for both the marketing co-op and the cultural tourism grants, there are 2 deadlines, 2 cycles that we run for that. So if you have a project, a special event, or campaigns, marketing campaigns that are taking place anytime between January 1 and kicking off before May 31, 2025, the applications are due by 5 p.m. on November 1st. So a deadline coming up, but still very attainable for those events or projects or marketing initiatives that people are working on for those first 2 quarters of the year. We also have another cycle that if you have a project, campaign, or special event that is taking place June 1st through December 31st of 2025, then those applications are due April 1st. So still plenty of opportunity to start to prep and plan. The criteria and the application process is exactly the same for both cycles. So that way you can really start to think about, okay, how am I going to elevate my event? Or what are those wish list items that I wish I could do and elevate my event for next year? And you can kind of start to see, okay, what fits in within the criteria? What could I possibly get grant support dollars for? What else could I ask for sponsorship dollars? So you can really start doing that prep work now as you're working with your committee members, or you're working internally with your team, planning out for that fiscal year. And then event support grants, those are on a rolling basis. So those are due at least 60 days prior to the actual event taking place in our communities.
Awesome.
So that one is a rolling. Of course, with any of our grant programs, once the dollars have been allocated for the year, then the dollars are gone. So I always encourage people to get your applications in as early as you can. But that doesn't mean that there's not the opportunity, as long as you're presenting that event support grant at least 60 days prior to that event. So it's very exciting. I think one unique thing about our grant programs is that you don't have to be a nonprofit. And with that caveat, if you are a for-profit business, there has to be, or a for-profit organization as well, there has to be some sort of shown impact to our community as a whole. So what are those community collaborations that are taking place? What other businesses or organizations are you partnering with? How are you going to benefit the community as a whole? Is it you're making sure that the guests know about all of the other businesses that are within walking distance? You're not snow fencing everyone in and saying that you can't leave the doors. So there are those opportunities for not just nonprofits, but for for-profits to think outside of the box and take those risks as well.
That's incredible. And I love that you kind of have a little piece of everything. I want to come back to a point. I want to make sure that people didn't miss it. Once the funds are given out, they're gone for that year.
Correct.
That does not mean that, oh, you missed, doesn't mean, oh, we're not giving this to you. Oh, your event didn't qualify. It means, hey, we don't have any more to give to anybody. Yeah. So I want you guys to remember that when planning, because planning is important in preparation and things. And there is certain amount of allocated funds that go to this. And once it's gone for them for that year, they can't hand out money they don't have. So although she's saying you have time, definitely just start this process now. Again, there's a reason we want to make sure that we got this out there. You can start thinking about it. If you're like, well, I'm probably not even going to do nothing until, next fall. Great. Now is the time to start, because you want to make sure your application is in there. And I know she threw a few deadlines and, things like that. If you guys want to make sure that you have all that information, you can go to the website here that has all the 2025 grant program information, and definitely just look around the Visit Canton website in general. Every time I get on there, I feel like there's something that I didn't know that you guys had on there. So it is a really good resource to keep in your back pocket for whatever you have and information and things like that. So there, we've talked about, what Visit Canton is, what the grants could be used for, how to go about applying them. But what happens if you do run out of funds? What happens if somebody doesn't get approved for a grant? Is there a next step? Is there something else that they can do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we understand that not everyone is going to get approved for grants, or maybe a grant isn't what you're looking to. You have what exactly you're going to do in 2025, and expansion isn't on your radar, but you have really great programming in place, or what line items that you have within your budget aren't necessarily qualifying. So we have tons of free resources. We are a partnership-based organization, so as long as you are within the hospitality industry or welcoming guests openly through your doors, you are considered a Visit Canton partner. So there are no membership fees for our organization. We are completely free to reach out to. One of those major benefits for the community-wide is our Visit Canton calendar of events. So that not only is used for people that are planning their travel, but we also know that many of our local community members are using that to plan out what they're doing for fun on the weekends. So it's always encouraged to get those calendar of event listings uploaded on our calendar. It's completely free. We are using new software to help us upload some of those events, but always tag us on Facebook at Visit Canton. Make sure that those events are listed on your own website as a business, or they are indexed to be able to be found on Google through other business listings, Ticketmaster, Eventbrite. Then we're able to make sure that that is listed on visitcanton.com/events. And then that is being used to not only curate our blog content, we're sharing that with local media partners. We get requests from national media partners that might be looking for story ideas as well. So any of those sort of things, that's completely free to have listed on our website, and then we'll disperse that in a plethora of ways. We also have a really cool, unique platform called volunteerstark.com. It's a way to not only recruit volunteers to volunteer at your special event or at your attraction, but it's a great way to showcase all of our volunteer opportunities in our community. So you can list your volunteer opportunities completely for free. It's a great resource for not only just listing your basics, but that software as well. If you have a really strong volunteer force, but you have shifts that you want to set them up with, you can set those up as private shifts, send that out to your really strong volunteer force and have them sign up. You don't have to purchase another subscription service. You don't have to build that out in a Google form and then cross-check to make sure no one signed up for the same time. So that's a free resource for any of our event planning, organizing committees, any of our attractions throughout downtown Canton or our communities to use as well. So those are all completely free for our partners. We're more than happy to help train you how to use those resources.
That's incredible. I often I get the Pig Pal email.
Yes.
So something else Visit Canton does. And it's for everything, but it's kind of for the kiddos too. But it's like a family thing that gets sent out. It's called Pig Pals. And not only does it list like events of things that are going on, a lot of times it has like the deals that these businesses are offering during those times. And that's all. If I could save a dime, I'm going to save it, guys. Like it's just is what it is. So I love that, even if I wasn't planning on it or wasn't thinking about it, or like I said, like if I just am looking for something different for me and my kids to do, that is something that if I don't remember to go look, it's boom right there in my email. So you can just sign up for the emails too. That way it encourages you to look and remember things, because we're busy. And like Allison said, it helps you be organized. So yes, although we're on here talking about grants and events and businesses and things like that, Visit Canton has something for everybody. It is for the community. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. And again, if you have never visited that website, please go on there. Like I'm telling you, there's just a ton of information and resources there. It's great.
Absolutely. And that's one really cool thing, bringing up that the digital pass, like our Pigskin Pal Pass, all of our grant partners that receive event support grants, the organizing committee, they have to showcase on their website or their welcome materials for those guests coming to our communities what is called the VIP Savings Pass. So it's also a digital pass that showcases special offers at many of our businesses and attractions. So think about if you are coming to a youth sporting event, you're going to have to eat somewhere. So as a restaurant, even if you offer $5 off a $25 purchase or 10% off your bill, you're still listed on that digital pass. And they may not use that coupon, but they're going to be like, oh, wow, there's this really cool restaurant and I'm going to go check that out, or we're going to go check that on another night while we're there. So it's a great way to showcase your business for free through that VIP Savings Pass that's marketed and targeted towards those guests that are coming into our communities. The Pigskins Pals Pass is targeting those families that have 12 and under children to, again, showcase affordable family fun in our communities. And then also during the month of March, we have Savor Stark Restaurant Month. So it's an entire month-long celebration of our unique dining destinations throughout the entire county. So that's another great way that partners can be involved showcasing their business, and it's completely free to them. They just have to offer some sort of special offer to get people to come through their doors.
And before you guys say who's telling people, how do they know? I can assure you that at least at the DoubleTree, we pass out those VIP passes all the time, and people are so grateful for them. They're like, oh, that's great. It's a deal. I think they get a percentage off of the Hall of Fame or something when you download it. So that's always a plus. But then they're like, oh, that's great that we went and ate here and things like that. So it does work. Like I am proof it does work. If I need to accumulate a whole what do they call, like a confessionals, or what is it, like a video, like a testimonials?
Where are you taking this to? Hold on, wait a minute.
I don't know. I couldn't think of the word.
I get my info directly from Pigskin. He's got me on the text line because you guys have the coolest mascot in all of Stark County, in my opinion. Talking to Pigskin, he is my rider now.
We do. Pigskin, yeah, he does send out text messages now, promoting the family fun. So he'll let you know where he's going to be when you're signed up for Pigskin Pals, or also, family friendly events. It links back to that website listing. So yeah, so you do get text messages from Pigskin.
We should have had Pigskin on the call, just sitting in a box, just waving to people.
That would have been
next year. We're bringing Pigskin on.
Maybe Pigskin doesn't talk, but he might be a great guest.
He can give a thumbs up or some signs. We'll get him an Etch-a-Sketch or something. I don't know.
An Etch-a-Sketch?
Not an Etch. That was not the right thing.
I'm not sure he remembers.
I'm not even sure.
I don't know how I went from dry erase board to Etch-a-Sketch. That just was.
There is a whole generation who has no clue what that is.
That sounds like a great intern project, Mike.
The entire episode takes them to work on the little reels to say hi.
How long does it take for Pigskin to write hi on an Etch-a-Sketch? Great intern project.
You have to shake it up 3 times and erase it and fix it. But
I think that might be slightly unfair because I can't write hi on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Right.
I can't do anything on an Etch-a-Sketch, to be quite honest.
John, I don't know how I went from dry erase board to Etch-a-Sketch. I'm not sure how I pulled that one off.
One of the most random tangents we had ever encountered. Right. An Etch-a-Sketch. I'm over here trying to frantically find a picture, by the way. And I'm not doing a good job because I know that I'm obviously not looking at the camera, but there's a reason. So Mike, keep talking.
I just personally, and I can speak from, the partnership who works hand in hand with you guys, and even before that, some experiences. Just the good that you guys do in our community is fantastic, and we not just for downtown Canton, but all of Stark County, because like you said, you're funded by a tax. When people, when there's a head in the bed, it's funding you guys. But the way that you guys then reinvest that back in the community is how you get from millions to billions, right? That money goes back with a bunch of free services. Supporting small businesses, like you said, with your restaurant pass. We've partnered with you guys on our downtown Canton restaurant week that happened last month. It was your guys' pass that we worked with to do that. And it's all about giving back to our community and driving community. And like you said, it just makes the community go round. So we're very thankful for the work that all of you guys are doing there, because you guys have a fantastic staff full of great people. And we're just happy to have you in our community doing the work you're doing.
Well, thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, truly, we couldn't do what we do without awesome attractions, small businesses, shopping, dining, and also great owners and local business owners that reinvest into their frontline staff as well.
Yeah. It all goes hand in hand.
Yes. Making sure that the frontline staff is smiling, is positive, and also has those tools to succeed as well.
Right.
That was a beautiful point, because that is definitely a part of it. It takes all of us. It really does. It takes all of us. Okay.
We had to recover from the Etch-a-Sketch.
There he is.
He said Pigskin was the coolest mascot, but I happen to think Chip is the coolest mascot around. But here's the 2 coolest mascots in downtown Canton, guys.
We love it. Yeah. And then also, like you shared, I mean, we are invested in all of Stark County, but it's really great because we have 2 physical welcome centers now. We've grown to showcase retail of our partners. So it's all consignment. It's all things that are coming from our attractions or museums or local artists that are showcased. So we have a welcome center right in downtown Canton, right beside Centennial Plaza. We're open for all of the special events. We're open 7 days a week. So we see the value of welcoming guests in those 4 walls. And then we also have one at the Hall of Fame Village. Again, you might be visiting the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or you might be there for a sporting tournament, but then we can showcase all of the other fun things that you can do. You like shopping, you have to go to Hartville. If you want wine and a nice dinner for date night, then you have to go to Gervasi. If you want, to learn about our local history, you have to go to the Massillon Museum, or you have to go to the McKinley Museum. And it's a great way to have those unique conversations. And we learn a lot from people working at those as well.
Yeah.
I love that. Well,
And
Allison,
is there impact that, sorry, I was going to just say.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
It's the impact that you guys have had in our downtown alone with some of the events, like helping us bring Pickle Fest. That was a huge success to our small business owners. Different shows that happen at Centennial Plaza. Centennial Plaza is not a place you can really ticket events, right? So when you're having to take those charges of bringing big bands in or whatever it might be, you guys are vital in helping bring that down, which then people buy Dora cups and support the businesses and go to restaurants for dinner, et cetera, et cetera. Like the impact, just the trickle down really, really helps our community here in downtown as well, which we appreciate.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. Allison, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody at Visit Canton who worked so hard and help bring people in and remind us that, our city is worth coming to visit. It's worth coming to see if you want to live here, and that the businesses and the events absolutely matter to this community, and that you are willing to give that helping hand to make sure that those happen. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
And you're our favorite. Don't tell the others. We won't tell the others in the office. Although Willis is my guy. Will's my dude. He's high up there, but you're still slightly 1A, 1B. We won't tell
We don't play favorites. We don't play favorites.
We do, but we don't.
Mike definitely does, and he has no problem telling
what happens on YouTube stays on YouTube. We can talk about it. No one else will know.
No, that's not how YouTube works at all, actually. On that note, Allison, thank you so much. You guys, if you want to get in touch with her, I'm going to actually put the website up one more time for the grant information. Or like she said, just go visit one of the Visit Canton stores, reach out to her. You guys can reach out to me or Mike, and we can definitely get you in contact, and definitely the whole community will succeed. I love it.
Is there a good contact for you directly if somebody has a question that they want to reach out to that you can answer an easy question?
Yeah, of course. So you can reach out to me via email. It's Allison, ALLISON, G as in guy, @visitcanton.com. So it's a great way. And if I'm not the proper team member, then I'll connect you with someone on our team or even a community partner that can assist. So
perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Did I spell it wrong?
No, that looks right to me.
Okay. It looked right. And then I looked and I was like, is that wrong? Okay, sorry.
I was wrong in her email. I think that's just went to that, but it's perfect.
Yeah. I know, right? Great. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Allison.
We appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me. And I look forward to continuing to work with everyone into 2025.
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yep. Bye, guys.
So informative. I love episodes like that because it not only is informative, I feel like it gets people to thinking, you know what I mean? And thinking more outside the box and understanding that this is a whole process and how events and things work. So they may be like, man, I do need to start now. Or, wow, I didn't know that. Let me go check this out. And all the benefits and things that our community is actually offering. So,
and I think there's so many people that know of Visit Canton, but does not realize how much stuff that organization does and the departments and all the support that's there. So it's great to be able to have her come on and just explain, hey, here's a lot of the different pockets of things that we do to support this community. It's fantastic.
I love it. And another one.
Air high five.
Yes, I was gonna do that. Is what's so funny.
I was like, doing that. I like that. We just added a new thing. Well, thank you, Allison. We appreciate you, and I guess till next time, right?
Absolutely. And as always, if you guys want to get a hold of us and all things downtown Canton and things that's going on, Follow the Downtown Canton Partnership Facebook page. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the Downtown Scoop YouTube channel. And as always, if you guys know me and Mike, you see us around the community, you can reach out to us, follow us, let us know any ideas that you have going on, any events that's coming up that you think should be featured on this podcast, and we can absolutely talk to you. And if you have questions like, hey, I didn't understand this, I missed their information, let us know. We are here to help be an advocate for the community and you guys. So thank you. Until next time.
Again. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate everybody tuning in and just all the love we've gotten about this podcast, right? We've been doing it, 6-7 months, and I think you and I text each other all the time, like, oh, somebody just said they watched the podcast and they love it. And people who live downtown saying about the events they learned. So just thank you guys for being invested and tuning in, because when you start something new, you don't know if anybody's going to care. And we've received such great, especially from our downtown community, such great feedback and such great.
And keep sharing, keep talking about it. It helps because there are so many people who need the information that's being shared on these episodes. So yeah, thank you guys so much.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye guys.
Bye.